This is my white wine. Give it a taste. Greetings. Do you need something?
What are you doing here, Goodman?
What does it look like? I'm handing out wine from my vineyard.
You're giving it away for free?
My vineyard is new, and the folks in this town are damn stubborn. So I figured I'd pour a cask or two into them, and maybe they'd get a taste for it. What about your good self? Would you like to try it?
Free wine? I'd be a fool to say no to that.
My thoughts exactly, Goodman. Here you are. To your health. I'm curious what you'll think of it.
Are you sure that's wine you poured me? This tastes like... Well, how should I say it?
Forgive me, Goodman, but say no more. In vino veritas, and the truth in my wine is that I'm a fool, an idiot whose wife is cuckolding him, whose children can't stand him, and even the dog pisses in his boots every morning. And my wine tastes like dog piss as well. I never should have bought that damned vineyard. If it wasn't for those fucking monks selling their wine everywhere they can, I might have a chance. Not like this.
Is there anything I could do to help you?
With the dog pissing in my boots? Well, I'm not sure. I tried sticking his snout in it, putting pepper in my boots, and nothing worked. Piss in my boots again the next morning.
I meant your business troubles.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe you could. If you're not from around here, that is.
No, I'm not.
Allow me to introduce myself. Caspar Rudolph, vineyard owner and a not very successful wine seller.
I'm Henry.
Maybe you could help me, Henry. I'm looking for someone who's not well known in Kuttenberg. Someone who can pretend to be someone else, if you know what I mean.
Sure, why not? If all you need is someone folk won't recognize.
The monks in Setlet's monastery make excellent wine. They call it the monastery secret. People can't get enough of it, and I can't figure out what their secret is. But I intend to find out.
A secret? Well, just the job for me. I'm a bit of an expert when it comes to secrets hidden in monasteries.
The custodian of the monastery vineyard has a relative in town, an innkeeper called Havel. And this Havel is a real know-it-all when it comes to wine. He really likes to boast about it. If you were to pose as a sommelier who's just come back from abroad, I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to you, and maybe he'll reveal something.
That won't be a problem. I've drunk so much wine I know all about it.
Excellent. But I also have this clever book all about wine by Buschek of Velhartitze. I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two from it.
The book might come in handy. Can I borrow it?
When I said I have it, that wasn't, entirely accurate.
Just so we're clear, I don't want to steal anything.
That won't be necessary. The book belongs to me, but I lent it to someone, and she hasn't given it back yet. Miss Adleta Mannlicher should have it. I lent it to her during our... let's call it our friendship, which has come to an end.
Didn't you say you're married?
What has that to do with anything?
Oh, I'm sure your wife wouldn't mind if you asked an old girlfriend to return a book you lent her.
Oh dear. Adleta used to have rather more friends than might be expected of a respectable young woman. But her family's patience ran out, so they arranged her marriage and put an end to her dalliances. Since then, Adleta has been confined to her room and guarded like the crown jewels.
And you want me to break in?
Well, yes. Master swordsmith Mannlicher has a house in Lethlilskar Street. Adleta is either locked in her room or walks in the gardens behind the Italian court, where she is guarded by her brother. The Mannlichers don't want any more problems.
It doesn't matter. I'll find a way to get the book back.
Great! Any more questions?
Do you really think Havel would just tell me the secret? You don't even know if he actually knows it. Or it might just be a rumor.
Havel really is a bit thick. Either the monks have a secret and Havel will tell you, or there's no secret and Havel will confirm it.
Do you have any idea what this secret might be?
They're monks, so it could be anything. Maybe they put the crushed up bones of saints in it, or they sing hymns to the wine. How should I know?
I'll get right on it then.
Excellent. And don't forget, making an impression is the main thing. You look like you can handle it. Good luck. Farewell, good sir. Wine! Try some wine from... the Kuttenberg vineyards! Stop that whistling.
Yet?
Oh, fuck you. I'm telling you, Conrad's going to win the tournament.
And I'm telling you... Keep close to the others. It's not safe here.
Go away, lad! You've no business being here. Grüß dich. Was wünschst du?
I'd like to go into the gardens. Why are you on guard here?
I'm afraid my sister is resting in the gardens and doesn't wish to be disturbed.
That's a very fine sword you have, Goodman.
And so it should be. It was made by my father, a master swordsmith.
Well, you can tell it's perfectly balanced at first glance. I may not be able to see the blade, but the way the hilt is fitted is clearly the work of a master craftsman.
It seems you know your stuff, good man.
I'm an apprentice swordsmith.
For someone from Kuttenberg? I'm surprised I haven't seen you before.
No, my master is Martin Menschy from Prague. We're just traveling north. My master wants to deliver a piece in person.
You don't say! Master Menschy is in Kuttenberg? Do you think I could talk to him? I admire his work, and so does my father.
Of course. Come to the Hangman's Halter Tavern. My master will be pleased to have company.
Thanks! If you want to enter the gardens, go ahead. Just keep away from my sister. My father has forbidden her to speak to men.
Don't worry. I'll give you my word as a swordsmith. Are you Miss Adletta?
That's me. And what is your name, you handsome fellow?
Henry.
A nice name. But I have to warn you, I won't be a miss for much longer. Seeing you here makes me regret that a little, though.
The pleasure's all mine. I'm here on behalf of Caspar Rudolph. It's about the book he lent you.
Caspar? Oh, the poor thing got a proper hiding from my father. How is he?
His vineyards aren't bringing in much, and he's generally not doing too well. That's why I'm here, in fact. Bushek's book may not be the most precious manuscript in the world, but it'll help Caspar.
When we were friends, he gifted me that book. There was no mention of it being on loan, and now he wants it back all of a sudden?
What if we became friends, and you gave me the book?
You're taking a big risk, good man. My father could have your tongue cut out for that kind of talk. He's not too keen on my friends.
That doesn't bother me.
But it's not that easy to become a friend of mine. First, you need to impress me somehow.
My wits are somewhat addled in your presence. How could I impress you?
Why not give me a flower as a token of your love? You see that garland? It doesn't go with my dress. It needs a little something extra.
I can manage that.
Hurry up then. Off you go, gardener. Christ, pardon.
I brought you something to add to your garland.
Well, show me, gardener. Oh, they're lovely. You have an eye for flowers. What would you like as your reward?
How about a kiss?
Here, now? In broad daylight?
Nah, you're right. Let's leave it for another time.
Yes, another time. When I'm a widow, perhaps?
That's a long time to wait.
I wouldn't say so. But having you court me so charmingly has raised my spirits.
I'd like to take Caspar's book now.
Of course. That's what you came for, isn't it?
I have the book, so I'll be off.
Farewell, Henry. Never forget me.
Apparently, the city council is organizing another...
Excuse me?
Clues, cleaners. That's where you're wrong. When we catch people today.
Greetings. You silly dog.
Havel, the owner of the local inn, I assume?
That I am. How can I help you?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
You don't say. Where's the last place you were?
I did a lot of traveling in Italy, from north to south.
Wonderful. It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
Goodness gracious. Are you all right? Do you hear me? Wake up.
Hints of vanilla, that's uncommon. And I have to say, that greenish spring colour is perfect.
You're right. A rare flavor and color tone. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
That's very kind of you.
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice about taking their own mother's last piece of bread. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course. But I don't hoard it. I try to make people around me happy.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real Samaritan. And like it says in the Bible, you give drink to the thirsty.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
Oof. Rather bitter.
Bitter, yes. But it is a young wine.
All right, but the colour. It's not blue at all. More of a purple. That doesn't seem right.
It's not supposed to be blue. The name is a reference to it not being as red as other wines. It's more a play on words.
Ah, forgive me. I've never heard of such a wine.
Don't worry. Nobody knows everything. Except for my wife. Tell me, good man, what's regarded in your country as the most prized Italian wine?
No, sorry.
I'd have to say Vino Greco.
But that's the type of grape. I mean the type of wine. I surely don't have to tell you the grape variety is only half the taste.
Well, it's hard to come up with something off the top of my head, but I do enjoy this variety.
Ah, well, never mind. Let's carry on. Well then, after all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler. Would you like a hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads, and I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
I don't know. I'd say it's made with love?
Of course it is. But I meant a real ingredient, not some poetic nonsense.
Well, in that case, I couldn't tell you.
It's not that difficult. It's mint. But there's something off about it. Doesn't it seem a bit bland to you? As though it's missing something?
Maybe anise?
No, not anise. I don't believe anyone puts that in hippocras. I know! Ginger, of course. She told me there wasn't any at the market.
What's next, Goodman?
I'm afraid that's all for me. The wine is going to my head and there's still a lot I have to do today.
Ah, come now. Work can wait. Enjoy life a little.
I wish I could. But I've got too much to do. Feel free to stay and enjoy yourself, though.
Allow me to ask you one more question. I heard you get your supplies from the monastery vineyard.
And what of it? You're not a tax collector, are you?
Yes. That's exactly what I am.
So let's be clear, you sneak. My business with the monastery vineyard is all above board. Everything is set down in my ledger upstairs, and until I see your credentials, it's none of your business.
If your business is above board, you have nothing to worry about.
Ha! That's what you lot always say. And then you squeeze me dry. Our conversation is over.
Maybe I should go and take a look around his office. His ledger
I'm
is
sorry.
bound to be interesting.
Well, right.
Praise God.
Going to do what we talked about.
I don't...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Greetings.
Each charcoal.
Oh, it's you. Back already?
The best wine! Good afternoon, sir.
I spoke to Havel.
And? How did it go?
I had a look around his office to see what I could see.
Well, I can't say I approve, but if you found something interesting...
I did indeed. It looks like a ledger of some sort.
Give it here. Let me have a look. 20 barrels of Rhine Riesling, 24 new barrels from the Cooper, 13 crates of Hungarian grapes for St. Gallen's Day. Ah, here we are. It seems they ordered some sort of special incense that they burn in the barrels. That must be it.
What good would that do?
How should I know? What's interesting is that this isn't normally part of the winemaking process, so it might be just what we're looking for. Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Casper's ungrateful. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special incense is for. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other?
I'll do it, but I want more coin. It's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right. I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers. And it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, and take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Manlikas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
Yes, Miss Adletter is sweet. And she even gave me back your book. Here it is.
Ah, thanks very much. I'll try to sell it and pay off at least some of my debts. See you later, my friend. Wine! Try some wine from the Kuttenberg...
Easy. Nice and slow. Quick! God! Quick!
You silly doggy.
This crate smells like sulfur. This could be it.
The taste of home on your... Greetings. Do you need something?
I'm back, and I've got the mysterious monastery incense. It looks like wood chips soaked in sulfur. It stinks a bit.
They were smoking barrels with this. Sulfur is the stink of hell, and this is a monastery vineyard.
Maybe there's another reason. The miners in Skalitz used to say where there's sulfur, it's easier to breathe. Healthier air.
But it stinks to high hell.
So do many noble delicacies, and they're still delicious.
I suppose you're right. I'll give it a try. I hope it doesn't make my wine reek. Here's your reward. I added a bit more, as we agreed.
I almost forgot. I have the seedlings.
Ah! I'm curious what they'll grow into. You've made me doubly happy, Henry. So, here's a little something on top for you. God be with you, good sir. Wine! Try some wine from the Kuttenberg vineyards! A sweet red! A sparkling white! A taste that will caress your soul!
Netter
A sweet red! A sparkling white! A taste that will caress your